Hello everybody! How you guys doing? Welcome back. Why am I so small? And where's my chat? There. My chat box. Welcome back to the Cherry Bomb Blossom Boutique. How you guys doing? Starting with scuff as always. You know, at this point, I feel like it's just part of my vibe. I feel like it is just who I am at this point. If I were to have a normal stream, I feel like everything will go down. Life will crash out. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well in this lovely Sunday. I would like to take some time to talk about something real quick. I would like to apologize to you guys a little bit. I know that you guys don't notice this and you guys don't think to notice it because I feel like I do a good job of staying professional all the time. At least I think so. Well, professional in this sense that the show must go on type of situation, you know? I know about the comments I make, don't worry. I am very well aware of what my sense of humor is. But anyway, I wanted to apologize because I feel like recently the quality of my streams has not been what is expected of me, or at least the expectation that I have of myself. Particularly because I just don't feel as ready as I used to when it comes to streaming. Like, it is very ironic, isn't it? Like, when I start feeling more like myself, meaning I try to not really mind not being perfect, is when I feel the most self-conscious. So, it's just been a lot recently to digest, and I haven't really been able to prepare as much as I used to, particularly a blaring example was the Final Fantasy XIV stream. Like, I know you guys had fun. I know a lot of you enjoyed it, but I still felt pretty bad that I couldn't do what I wanted to do on that stream. So I do want to apologize if the streams recently have been a little bit more aimless than I would like them to be. I would like to correct that, but I don't know if or when I'm going to be able to. Particularly because I just, you know, real life has been a little stressful recently. Like, my hair is falling out. It's really stressful. But I don't like where I am when it comes to like my official job, my day job. I don't like where I am currently in that front. Therefore, it's just been taking a lot of energy out of me to not do stuff outside of my work. Because it's just when you do something you don't like to do for 8 hours in a row, it really does take a toll on you. So I have been really working to try and get myself out of there, out of that prison that I call a day job. Therefore, it's been taking a lot of my attention, a lot of my energy to do that, and I feel like that's part of the reason why my feeling of insatisfaction with my streams has not been, you know, as good as I wanted it to be. Again, though, you guys keep telling me that I am great no matter what I do. So either I'm feeling self-conscious for no reason, or you guys are lying to me. But I would like to believe that it's just me being self-conscious. Hey, Hasking, how you doing? Hi, Maury. Sorry, I'm just getting into a bit of a deep conversation. But yeah, I am hoping that today will be a more of a relaxing stream. I am really sorry if I seem out of it today. The energy is not on a hard time, particularly because I've been, you know, self-isolation mode, not talking to anybody today. Because, you know, the gaslight is to protect you. I'm not really sure if I like that idea, to be honest with you. I would like to think that you guys are being honest with me, you know? I would like to think that you guys care about the content that I output. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. It is not in my place to question the people who watch me, because at the end of the day, I mean, you guys are already questionable for watching me anyway. I mean, you can perfectly want to be perfect. That's fine too. Just don't hyperfixing the idea of not doing it right. I know. Thank you for those words, Mary. I appreciate it. I know. It's just I know that it's mostly just me and in my head, rather than me actually being bad at this. But you know, my brain is a mean place. My brain is it's an apocalyptic situation. So I just gotta keep going. I mean, I've been going for 4 years at this point. The sunk cost fallacy is too real. If I were to give up now, I would probably cry. So, but anyway, that's enough of the sad chatter. I just wanted to point that out and apologize just to get it out of my system. So, what are we going to be doing today, folks? Well, this week, as you guys may know, considering how things have been outside of stream job, I have been listening to the voices. The voices have been talking back to me, and they're craving. They're craving. Like, tonight is a night of self-indulgence. Some may call it self-care. Some may call it selfishly doing whatever the fuck I want to do. And that might be okay, because it is what I want to do today. Do you ever had that thing in which you feel like the self-indulgence is just full hedonism going on? Like, you feel the voices in your head are calling out to you, and you're trying to resist the pull, but you just can't. You gotta do the thing that you feel shame about. Yeah, it's one of those kind of nights. I don't like I feel shameful about it, but still, I don't really feel shameful about. Oh shit, I forgot about this. Oh my god, look at this very professional. It's a very professional sketch. I forgot. Where's my hand? Hello? Hand. There. I have a hand now. My limbs have been extended. I now have 3 arms. Don't ask me where that other arm comes from. I don't think that's something you should be asking to a lady. But yeah. So, this is my very professional sketch. To explain to you what we're going to be doing tonight, well, we're going to be playing a little game that I like to call character design. And it's not a game, but I just said it that way. Anyway, you see, the thing is, when I first started as a character designer, it was for the explicit purpose of roleplay. I'm a roleplayer at heart. Like, I'm one of those weirdos in DeviantArt who used to join roleplay groups just to, pretend that I'm someone cooler than I actually am. And that usually came a lot with the territory of actually drawing your character, of actually trying to make something that is like good looking, So those are my roots. That's where I came from. I love character design. It's actually what got me into fashion to begin with. Me researching how to draw very pretty clothing for my characters is what got me into fashion. And so I want to grow through my creative process of designing a character. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but if you're not, I have a Discord. I'll be dropping a link just now, I think. I wish I was more prepared for this, but I forgot how to prepare, apparently. Oh, shit. Hold on. I hate streamer mode. Sometimes I feel like streamer mode on Discord is more of a hindrance than an actual good thing. But yeah, here's my Discord in case you guys want to join it. So if you're not aware, we're playing D&D on the Discord. Hey Nova, how you doing? Welcome. We're playing D&D on the Discord at some point in time. There's some really kind-hearted people at work currently to make a D&D campaign, and I decided to join it because, again, I'm a role player at heart. I really like to role play. It is really fun to pretend to be somebody else. So when you pretend to be somebody else, you can get some thoughts that are really inside thoughts into outside thoughts, When you pretend to be somebody else, you can really get away with a lot of hate crimes. I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, it is a way of just getting have you ever wanted to commit mass murder? Well, now you can do that through the power of fictional characters. I need to design mine too, and so excited to see yours. Thank you. I haven't even done anything yet. But yeah. Kind is not the word that I would use. I mean, listen, I am still scared of you, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, I am obviously participating into this D&D campaign, and I'm going to create. I decided to think it would be fun for me to create this character on stream with you guys. So, I feel like the desire of mass murder or to flirt with everything that breathes. If that's not a bard on D&D, darling. If that's not a bard on D&D, I don't know what it is. Listen, sometimes you just want to be a whore, but you don't actually want to be a whore IRL, and so you just let your character be the whore, you know? I have too many characters like that at this point. I also have like pure self-indulgent characters, which is characters that I literally just created for me to look at. Like seriously, like, have you ever had that moment in which the voices win against your better reason, and you create a character that is like completely just eye candy for you, and that's it? There is no extra personality to it. There is no extra backstory. Like, you're probably going to hurt them severely just to give them some good backstories, but the main reason why you created him was for pure eye candy. Was for you to have something to salivate to, for you to have something to look forward to in life. I am not bitchless if I am the bitch. Hell yeah, you know? Exactly. So I want to tell you a little bit about my character before I get sketching. I want to tell you a little bit more about him. Well, I don't know if they're a him or they're a they. I haven't figured that part out yet, but. Question is, who didn't I know? Okay, so I mostly have I don't have a backstory yet for this character because I'm still waiting on news on the world and the things that are allowed to or not. But I do have a character concept. I feel like character concept is probably more important, which is I want there is a couple things to this character. Let me just write this out real quick. Let me move my professional sketch. You know, this is just a mood. This is just a mood board. This is just a piece. Where is this? There. Now, once again, I must ask you to not pay attention to my handwriting. My handwriting is not what's important about me. I am here to be pretty, not here to write pretty. Okay, thank you. Moving on. So I have the very basics, which is fairy, which is the raised. I have rogue, because I wanted to challenge myself, and this is a class that I haven't played ever. I played basically every single magical class except for warlock, I'm pretty sure, but you know, I'm not really feeling like having a like having an eldritch sugar daddy. So I'm going for more of a physical approach now. I still haven't chosen the subclass yet. Chances are is that I'm still gonna choose the magical rogue because, well, what if I'm a magical girl that is just a rogue? What if I'm a magical girl that kills people? Wouldn't that be fun? Put that on the notes. Put that on the notes. Put that on a notepad. And I have a primary color. Which is yellow. I actually don't have any characters in my library of OCs. Like in the Pandora's box that is my OC folder in my computer. I actually don't have any yellow characters. I don't know. It's just, I mean, the color yellow is actually really sort of hard to work with when it comes to, you know, not character design. When it comes to me, it's just me, really. I am not one to use yellow in my designs a lot, but I want to use yellow, and the usage of yellow actually inspired a couple things about his personality. If you know color psychology, yellow is the color of joy. Is the color of happiness, is the color of pee, which I don't know. Wait. Okay. Oh god, am I really gonna say this in stream? Am I really gonna... Okay, you know what? Fuck it. who am I if not just a freak? Okay, do you guys think that the reason why people associate yellow with joy is because when you pee, it feels really good? Like, you know, the relief that you feel when you pee. Why is that moving? I don't know. I need to, oh God, I need to be euthanized. Oh God, you know what? We're moving on from that one. I think it's because of sunlight. Who told you that? Sunlight is not happy. It is not happy. Girl, no, we gotta talk about it. The sun is actively trying to kill us. The sun is a murderer. I don't think it's because of that. You know what? I'm defending my stance. I think that the reason why people like yellow is because of pee. Because peeing feels good. And you know what? Oh God, no. I'm gonna really back in. I cannot be starting this early today with this type of call. Like, Mary, I am trying to impress work employers right now. I associate yellow with joy because I like sunflowers and shit. Okay, but here's the thing though. What came first? The color of the pee? Oh God, no! Stop it! No! I'm drinking my water. I'm putting my foot down. I will not be a fucking freak today. I need to stop. I need to stop. Why am I like this? Honestly. Has anybody figured it out yet? Like, I went to therapy and I still don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. You know what? I had my Astral card done. I feel like my Astral card told me more than my therapist could ever tell me. Which is, I have a shitty personality, but at least I'm kind of funny. It's not what came first, but what matters most. Oh God, stop. I was gonna say pee. Pee matters more because you have to pee. The color doesn't matter that much. Actually, no, the color of your pee does matter. Can we stop talking about this? Can we stop? Can we stop? Can we stop? Can we move on, please? I really need to go home. You know what? The stream is fucking over. I'm done with this. Where's my hair tie? I need to tie my hair up. Things are getting too hot up in here. 1 second. Let me get my hair tie. One sec. One of these days, I'm gonna get what's coming for me. You know? One of these days, it's really gonna happen. And I hope that you guys are ready for it. Because I'm not. Okay, let me put my hair back on. I put my hair in a hair bun. I am now in business. Anyway, let's get back to it. Don't worry, I'll stop. Anyway, so I was thinking of yellow as, you know, the color of joy. And I was thinking like a happy rogue, you know. I was thinking of the type of character that I wanted to create. Now, I'm looking at your point. I did look at your pun, Nova. But the thing is, though, I'm trying to stop that train before it gets too far. I'm trying to stop that train before it arrives to its destination. So I just really need to change the subject, or else I'm gonna go back to it again. That's what happened. Listen, that's my ADHD for you. I am not productive at all. But the moment that something funny comes up, I just hyperfixate on it. You know. Anyway, so I was thinking of what joy could be, and joy for rogue doesn't quite seem like he could be heard of. You know, like it seems a happy-go-lucky and kind of happy rogue. Yeah. It sounds like, I know it doesn't sound that far of like what the archetype of what the rogue is, which is, you know, a sassy lost child with a silver mouth. But I didn't want to create a cocky character because, you know, when I think of joy and I think of a rogue, it always almost comes back to a Jack Sparrow type of dude. Like somebody who is just cocky, a little bit aloof. And I didn't want to create that type of character. primarily because then it would remind me of one of my friend's characters. So I was thinking of how else to incorporate joy and the yellow with the rogue. Because, yellow is also a really bright color. And, a rogue is supposed to be a character that stays in the shadows. You're not supposed to be seen that much. So while I was, working on the idea, I was thinking of how to work with the yellow. And so, to me, then it came to the idea of what if I made his skin yellow? We're gonna try to avoid looking like he's jaundiced. We're gonna try to avoid looking like he's jaundiced. We're gonna try to choose an actual unnatural yellow color. Maybe it's a rogue that's making a statement. They're trying to blend in with the royals and monarchs. That would be pretty badass. But that is actually not the concept that I'm going for. But hey, again, putting a pin on it. Most fantasy fictions are more like Sonic. The prevalence of the edgy shadows is somewhat recent. Oh, really? Interesting. What I know as a rogue, it is more a shadow than it is a Sonic. Well, it's more like a convergence of the two. A rogue is always edgy, but they always have this cocky attitude that Sonic has. So I was then thinking of how to incorporate yellow skin with being a rogue, and it came to me an idea of what if this is a character who, in another life, if had things not gone out the way that they did, he would probably not be a rogue. So he's a rogue, not necessarily by choice, but by necessity. So, we could marry the fact that he wants to be happy-go-lucky, that he is happy-go-lucky, that he is what I would call terminally delighted, which is a word I'm going to write down right here. Terminally delighted. Terminally delighted. A character that is just happy, joyful all the time, which it brings me to another point about his personality that I came up with, which is toxic positivity. I'm probably going to put this here. Yeah. What about yellow markings and tattoos and or accessories? We can work with that. We can absolutely work with that. But what I was personally thinking is that if his skin is going to be yellow, and we're having this character who is being forced to essentially be something that is not necessarily something that they would do had they had the choice, I started thinking, well, if we're talking how to represent that visually, I was thinking of what if all of his clothes, for the most part, is gray, monotone. We can work with different tones of grays, obviously, but it's just it's somebody who, in another life, would have been so gaudy and out there, but now because of this life that they lead, they kind of have to suppress their happiness a little, and they do that with the power of, clothing. A fairy that, a yellow skin fairy that is really covered up so that the yellow can barely be seen. That's kind of what I'm going for over here. It's just, he's so covered up that his yellow can barely be seen, which is also what would help me in combat. That's so that he's kind of stealthy. Will he fall into naivety soon? I don't think I want to. I don't think he is naive per se, because it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing or that he could. What is? Wait, hold on. Let me Google the meaning of naive. Too willing to believe. Oh, let me see. Naive. Too willing to believe that someone is telling the truth, that people's intentions are general are good, that life is simple and fair. People are often naive because they're young or they have not experienced life. No, I don't think that's what I want to go for. Um, because I don't think that he believes everybody is good. I don't think that that he would believe that what he's doing is good. I think that he's painfully aware that what he has to do to survive is not necessarily something he wants to do. And I think that he probably also has a conscience about it. You know what I mean? So I think what I'm going for is just a person who always sees the positive side of things, which is again where the toxic positivity comes from. Is a person who just genuinely seems like they're having a good time no matter what, you know? And that's kind of the idea that I'm going for. Now, with all that being said and done, we have like, you know, this kind of personality traits, ideas that I have right now, which is, you know, we can put it here on the corner for us to look at and be reminded. Now, I am running upon a dilemma here, which is something that I hope that you guys can help me choose. I'm in a bit of a two minds because one part of me wants to really lean into the fact that he's a fairy and make him look a little bit unnatural. You know, not like the jaundice is gonna be helping with anything. That is gonna make him look really unnatural. But I wonder if leaning into somebody who's like super duper skinny, and I'm not talking about, you know, anime attractive skinny. I'm talking about somebody who looks skinny because he's not normal. You know, they look long. You know, they look long. Their arms seem a little bit too long. Lanky, yeah, lanky. Their arms seem a little bit too long. It's not that they're lacking nutrition, because that's not really what I want to go for. It's more so their body just seems slim and long, you know? Let me see if I can find some examples. Scrawny. Is it scrawny the word that I'm going for? Okay, let me look at a scrawny body type. Let me see. I'm trying to look like... okay, I'm gonna have to look at drawings, because real life is weird. Real life is weird. I'm trying to look at body types and it's not really coming up. Scrawny body type drawing. Spider-Man standing next to Venom, I would say, is what I was trying to say. Not really, no, because Spider-Man is not scrawny. I feel like, okay, here's the thing, though. I feel like we have such a because of modern media, we have a really warped perception of what skinny is and what normal is, like a normal weight is. Because for most people, Spider-Man is scrawny. And he is skinny, but he's not scrawny because he has muscle. And that's the thing. I don't want him to have muscle. Like, I want him to be unusually skinny, you know? But I don't want him to look unhealthy. I'm trying to find a middle point in which I don't want him to look unhealthy, but I don't want him to look anime skin. Jinx from League of Legends. Yeah. Kind of like that. Actually, yeah, Jinx would be a great example. Let me see if I can find Jinx. Jinx actually is a great example of this now that I think about it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find like a good render of her, because it would be good to have her as like a body type inspiration. That is such a small image. That is like the tiniest image that has ever existed ever. The fuck? Why can I not find good images of Jinx? Hello? Well, 2XKO Jinx may be a better. Yeah. I cannot see her full body, but this kind of helps, translate the point. Which essentially, yes, is Jinx Arcane. Jinx Arcane is the type of body type that I'm going for. It's either that or going for more of a rounded look. Like, either we're going to the for his body type, I either want to lean into the unnatural because he's a fairy, or to lean into a more rounded person to really showcase the fact that, again, this could not be somebody who could be in the most wrong. It could not be more wrong what he's working on, Like, it could not be less of a match. And I feel like a rounded person, which is, seen as kinder, more, happy, I guess. Like a more of a chubby person there who seem to be more docile. At least that's the general perception of it. Could also work, but I don't know. I want to guys. What do you guys think? Should we go for more of a rounded type of look, or should we go for a more Jinx Arcane type of look? I hate that I say Jinx Arcane. She's from League of Legends, damn it. Not Arcane. Fuck you. And this is and even this Jinx is from 2XKO. Hold on, let me see if I can find more. Let me see if I can find more like reference pictures on Jinx while you guys help me decide. This actually also works too. Actually, surprisingly, I will say Arcane Jinx. Wow, now that I think about it, I feel like this version of Jinx has more boobs than she has ever had ever. Oh no, like, is it me or 2XKO Jinx has more boobs than has more boobs than anything? Is it just the way that it's shaded? She went to AA to AA. Like, it's still small, don't get me wrong, but she feels like her boobs are bigger. Long term, I think you're into Jinx body type more than the floating dumpling trying to be sneaky. As cute as that would be. Hey, that is actually kind of rude. That is a very rude way to put it. I feel like a Jinx still in body type fits more into the idea of them looking like they're forced to this happy look. It's not that they're forced to be happy. Happy is who they are. It's just, they have a... Yeah. Maybe I'm not explaining myself properly. I'm sorry. But yeah. Okay, then sure. We can go for the Jinx body type. I mean, we can always make multiple sketches. We're probably going to have to anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to put this here as a reference for the body type. Now, we need to pick a yellow that's actually going to make me happy and not cry. Because the thing about yellows is that they can often end up looking sickly, and I don't want that. Wow, now that I think about it, maybe my choices would make me would make him look really sick. Because his skin is going to be yellow and he's going to be unnaturally skinny. So maybe combining both of them wouldn't be a good idea. But you know what? Again, this is just my self-indulgence. This is just for me to create something that I really would love. Now, I want to ask you folks. I know that's a good chunk of you who are my regulars have either played or are looking forward to play D&D. But for anybody who's not in the Discord, or just like, for example, you, Maori, have you played D&D before? Is there anybody here who hasn't played D&D who is interested? And if you have played D&D, tell me about your characters. I want to know. I love when people tell me about their characters. It's so fun. Now, speaking of challenges and speaking of challenging my art style, I want to try more of a longer face. The faces that I do are sort of long, but I feel like if you notice something about my type of art style, it's just it is sort of realistic. And therefore, I kinda, for the face in particular, I kinda want to go for more like a Moira. Let me grab Moira. Actually, Moira will actually be a good example for this too. Moira Overwatch. There you are. No, that's not. That's a little bit too villainous. Where's Moira? Well, I guess this can work too. That is a small image. Why does everybody post small images? God damn it. This is so small. What is this? A reference image for ants? But yeah, at least for the face in particular, I want to go like just to fit the more scrawny look. I want to go a bit more angular with it, just like Moira from Overwatch. Then again, though, I don't know. Again, this is me just going outside of my reference zone. A ref image for the flip phones. I know, right? By the way, I must state that I'm not in the best shape in my drawing skills. I will say that right now. 100% I forgot how to draw. And that is primarily because I just haven't been feeling like drawing recently. As you guys know, I am a horrible person who doesn't adapt to change very well. Therefore, and therefore because I haven't gotten used to my my new settings in Clip Studio, I just haven't been feeling like drawing at all, which has in turn, you know, made me be more rusty than I probably should be, at least, if I want to keep drawing. That is way too long. Like, where is the cutoff point? Where is the cutoff? Okay, let's like help me out here, folks. Help me out here. Where is the cutoff point in which a character starts looking less like they have a long face and more like they just look like old 90s anime, in which it's just chin for days? Like where does that end? Where does one end and the other begin? Because like I want a long face, but I don't want the Rito face. I don't want senpai. I don't want senpai. That's simple as that. I don't want this character to look like that. Then again though, probably the trick with long faces too, if we look at Moira for example. Where's Moira? No, that's Jinx. Where's Moira? There. Oh. Whoops. Probably the trick too is also in the way that you space out features, I guess. Because I guess if you want the sense of a longer face, you're gonna have to space out the features a little bit more, not just make the chin bigger. I watched D&D here and there, but I never played. My friend tried to make me play it, but I'm more towards into trying to be a DM. Ooh, that sounds nice. I could never be a DM. Like, my life is too much of a mess for me to be a DM, to be honest with you. Because, like, I would probably not remember. Like, I have such bad memory. Like, I would probably... If I were to be a DM, I will have to do so many notations. Like, I will have to have... I have to have a Fitbit for it. I have to have Alexa remind me of everything that I did ever. Like... Because it will probably happen to me that, let's say that we have this NPC named Taylor who died tragically on a car accident, and then next session I will probably forget and just be like, so you see Taylor walking through a bar, and then I will have to improvise a reason why Taylor is alive. You know, it's just that that is just me. That is just part of my unfortunate circumstance. It's just I am forgetful. Therefore, poor Taylor paid the price. This is not looking that good, but... Hold on, let me try and picture this face a little bit better. Because if we put the eyes where they're meant to be, and then we put the nose here and the mouth here, maybe the... No, I think that the nose, for it to be a long face. Not really, because Taylor came back, so he got a refund. Are you suggesting that Taylor just wanted the insurance money? Are you suggesting that Taylor just faked his death so that he could have the insurance money? That would be a good plot line. But then again, though, would we have insurance money in D&D? Like, what is the insurance? What is the insurance package on D&D? Like, what are we having? Like, what does it cover? Does it cover being eaten by a mimic? Like, what is the life insurance looking like? Oh, that would be so fun. Imagine you... What about just a D&D campaign that is just about going to court? What about that? What about that for a change? That feels weird. This doesn't feel right. It feels like... Okay. Hold on. I don't know if it's my instincts. I don't know if it's my instincts of wanting to make every face like proportioned similarly. Where is this line? Oh, get out of here. I don't know if it's just my instincts of wanting to make everything proportioned similarly, but does it feel too long? Like, does it feel like... At what point is it... Is it just unnaturally... It's like just a naturally long face? And at what other point is it just poorly drawn? Is the question that I'm asking. That like... Does this look natural or does it look poorly drawn? Because I don't know if it's my instinct of like... Just, you know, the standard faces that I do, which are a little bit shorter and rounder, to just want to squish it a little bit. Like, maybe just the top of the head is a little bit too long. Maybe. I just feel like maybe I just need to finish placing the features, and then I will see if it feels too long or not. Let me try... Okay, this is just gonna be... Okay, hold on. Hard to say. It also depends on the kind of fairy. There could have some bug faces. I'm not going for inhuman fairy. I would say that. Like, not inhuman in the sense that I'm not going for like something that is like, you know, too terribly... What is the name what I'm looking for? I'm not going something that is too terribly like... unnatural per se, like such as bug features like bug eyes and stuff like that. I'm going more so the traditional way, like Tinkerbell fairy, but not really, like with a little bit more spaz, you know. Ooh, wait, hold on. If I'm really being self-indulgent, we're gonna do these eyebrows. We're gonna do this. If I'm doing self-indulgence right now, they're gonna be big. And they're gonna be dots. I love these eyebrows. I don't know why. They're so cute to me. They're gonna be big and they're gonna be dots. Okay, no, yeah. This face needs to be bigger. No. Hard to say it. It's just... It really is, though, hard to say. Maybe I just need to look at a reference of how to draw long faces. What is the difference between a longer face versus a shorter face? Okay, primarily what it seems to be like here, looking at this reference, is just the fact that the nose is a little bit larger. Like the nose would probably take care of this space right here. Whoops. Oh, if that's the case, then I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's try and flesh out this face, shall we? We just gotta work. We're gonna work on things little by little. First is the face, then we work on the body, and then we work on clothing. That sounds like a plan, right? Now, the question is, though... They're probably gonna have to have... If they're a fairy, they probably have long ears. Like, we're talking long. Yeah, working alongside ya. Hell yeah! I mean, this is supposed to be also more of a sketch with me type of thing. Let me go back up because I saw that some of you posted about your characters. One of my favorite D&D characters is a half-elf named Sad, who wields a trident and will punch trees like Steve from Minecraft. He wanted to leave his legacy by creating a dojo to teach disciples, and also he was half-elf, so he was impotent. What? Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean that because he was a half-elf, he was impotent? What? Hey, that has nothing to do with anything. That has nothing to do with anything. Listen, he might just need to go to a bird control clinic or something. I'm really interested on that though. What is the lore? Do half-elves can half-elves not have kids? Is that part of the lore? That you cannot breed out the elf out of a half-elf because they can't breed? I'm really interested in that character though, Huskin. Tell me more. I want to know more. Oh, I can show you guys my characters actually. Hold on. Let me go grab them real quick. I have many characters that I have created for the purposes of just creating a character, and I have others who were created just because for an actual campaign. These are all characters that I have played or will play at some point. Where is the other one? Where are you? And I'm missing another one. Where are they? Oh, there you are. So these are the characters that I have right here. That I actually have sketched out. I have other characters, but I haven't actually sketched them out. I haven't made a design for them yet. So this is Theo. This is my bard. This is my primary character. My first D&D character, actually. Let me see if I can find the original drawing. Hold on, 1 second. I want to see the original drawing. Yes, I can't seem to find it. I still need to download a lot of stuff from my Google Drive. Drawings, OCs, D&D OC. Where's his original design? Oh yeah, there you are. There he is. There is my boy. Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. There you are. So this is his first incarnation. This is my first character, my D&D, my bard. So when I first created him, aside from being a bard who was a little bit flirty and fun, I actually had no idea of what I wanted him to be. I was literally just creating for the sake of fun. It was my first character after all. He turned out to be a psychopath later on. He became a psychopath, but at first he was just, all I wanted is just a small character with a big hammer. He's not a yandere. He's generally just a psychopath. He's not being... He doesn't really fall in love with people. Like, the way that I describe him is more so that he sees people as dolls. Dolls to belong, dress up, to create stories for. Like, he views other people like their personal OCs. like his personal OCs. Like, and that's the way that I can describe him, And through the course of it, he's gotten a little bit more, a little bit more fanciful, a little bit more vain. He turned out to be a total fucking diva, which is the reason why you can see him here with his huge ass hammer. he's a total diva who barely uses this hammer, but you know what? Because okay, let me actually say the lore. So the reason why he has a hammer has nothing to do with the fact that he's a bard or the fact that he uses it as much, because nowadays he doesn't really use it anymore because, you know, he has more spells that he can count for now. But the reason why his primary weapon is a hammer is because I did the thing of which you... Okay, let me just backtrack even more. In D&D, there is various ways for you to define stats. One of which is called roll by, in which you roll the dice. You roll the dice and you take out the two lowest rolls, and then sum up everything into what the final stat would be. For example, I forget how many rolls is it, Huskin? What type of die was it, and how many are they? It was 6 die, right? 6 or 5, I think. Well, for example, let's say 6 because I generally forget. I think it was a D20? Hold on. Let me just Google this because I forgot. Oh, it's a 6. It's 4 6 dice. Okay. Let's say then, for example, let's say you roll a 1, a 4, a 6, and a 3. You then drop the lowest. You drop the lowest, in which in this case will be the 1. You drop it, and then you sum up this amount. Yeah, it's a 4d6. A 4d6. You drop the lowest roll, and then you add up these. So that would be 5. No, 4. Oh god, I forgot to do the math. Wait 1 second. 7 plus 6. That is 12. 13. This would be 13, I think. I don't know. Criticize my math. I don't know. I don't know how to do math. So that would be 13. That would be 13. And then you do this for every single roll, right? Every roll that every stat that you do, you roll by this, right? You roll it like this. You do 4d6. You drop the lowest number, and whatever comes up, this is your stat. Now, there are either two ways to do it when it comes to roll by. You either let the die fully decide what the stat is going for, or you just have your numbers and then you decide where to place them. If you want to put it in strength, if you want to put it on intelligence, wisdom, whatever, or if you just leave them where they are. In this case, for my bard character, I didn't really know how to do it, therefore I just rolled randomly, and his highest stat was strength at a 13. I don't know if it was at 13 actually. No, I think it actually came out to be an 18. I think. Yeah, I think it came out to be an 18. So like he started with an 18k strength stat. So because of that, he's just really fucking strong. He can lift things that a person of his size shouldn't be able to lift, just because his basic strength stat is really high. So I just thought it would be really funny to give him a hammer, just because he can carry it, not because he's gonna use it, just so he can carry it. And also, I wanted to reference Nora, as Husky and so eloquently pointed out. Nora from Ruby, which is my favorite character from Ruby. So yeah, it's just, you know, me having a bard who is buff for no reason. No, not even because he uses his stat anymore. Actually, his second highest stat is dexterity, which is so funny. It's so funny because the rogue of the party for this particular character, the rogue is actually not that dexterity based. Like, he got really high charisma, but he got really low on dexterity. So technically, my role and the rogue's role should be swapped. He should be the bard and I should be the rogue. But you know what? We're going against the grain here. We're walking contradictions. There's a reason why that party was called the Chaos Walkers, because it's just walking contradiction, folks. For a god that does not that murderous, that blunt weapon will leave most victims alive. I mean, that's the thing though. He's not a rogue. He's a bard. He's a bard who focuses a lot on enchantments. That's his primary thing. And then we have my little halfling girl over here. I haven't gotten a chance to use her yet, but I know that her deal is that she is a she comes from a tribe of barbarians, but she doesn't like being a barbarian. Now it is different from this fairy dude that I'm creating right now. She in particular doesn't like the stereotype that comes with barbarians, particularly because she's a trans character, and so she's actively fighting the fact that a lot of barbarians, particularly for somebody who was born a male, is very like, you know, they're seen as brutes, they're seen as, you know, hot-headed, stuff like that. She's actively trying to fight that, and she's literally almost a drag queen when it comes to her aesthetics. Exaggerated hair, exaggerated makeup, long lashes, a super girly dress, because, you know, she wants to fight against that. She doesn't want to be perceived as a manly barbarian. She's a girly barbarian, and she will stab you for it. What else do I have here? Oh, Tonio. Octatonio, my lovely sorcerer. So in this case, to be honest, my first character idea that came with this one, with Octatonio, was the fact that he originally was kinda supposed to look like a hobo. Like, the idea was that he's a sorcerer, so he's more of like the starving artist character type. He didn't end up looking like that as much. He came out looking a lot more simpler, that's for sure. He definitely looks like an artist, but he's not a hobo no more. But the primary thing that is his thing is just the fact that he's mute. He's selectively mute for reasons that I haven't gotten to explaining yet. He's selectively mute, therefore he communicates through drawings rather than actually talking. His subclass is wild magic. Therefore, every single time he's very dependent on magic to do anything, you know? So therefore, every single time he does something, let's say that he just wants to drink a glass of water, he conjures water from his brush, and then something crazy happens because, you know, wild magic is it just makes shit happen. You know, that's primarily his character type. I haven't explored it yet too much. He's also inspired by Hui from League of Legends, so, you know. You know. But yeah. I can imagine conjuring a fork to it. He would absolutely do that. I mean, last time he got in trouble because he was trying to clear an oil spill with a water. Okay. So there was an oil spill in the ground, and he tried to clear it with water. Like, he conjured water, like a water spout, to be able to clear it. The thing is, though, is, as you know, an oil spill cannot be cleaned with water because it is just repellent. It won't move, right? And as a result of the wild magic purge, he rolled so that he essentially accidentally conjured, because of his wild magic. Additionally to the water, he conjured a fireball. So he set the building on fire. And I almost ended up doing if it wasn't because the DM wasn't merciful about it, I could have made a total party KO because of that. Because Like a total party kill. I could have literally just conjured a fireball and killed everybody in that room because of that. Because fireball is just a really big explosion and there is oil on the ground. But you know, the DM decided to be merciful and I just got a really hard scolding about how to use wild magic. So yeah, this character is just really dependent on magic and is now learning how to not be dependent on it. Which might also include him learning how to talk again. But you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe when I try to rinse my brushes from their oil paint. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I getcha. Now, my final character, which is also another fairy. Like, this is a bit more of your classic fairy. Him is a character that I haven't gotten to explore as much yet. Like, he's just... Honestly, this was also just another self-indulgent. Like, remember when I was saying that sometimes we create characters just to look at them because they're fucking hot? This is my character for me. I created him just because I wanted to have some eye candy, some melanated royalness, you know? I wanted some chocolate. I was craving some chocolate. So I just wanted to create a hot, dark-skinned character, and I did it. So his primary thing, though, is that he is really into weapons. He likes cannons. Like, weapons of mass destruction is his shit. He's an artificer after all. So... Oh, he's an artificer, but he has the subclass of artificer. No, artificer? You know, people who do guns. Yeah, that's his subclass. And so... The funny thing about this, though, is because he's tiny. Because he's an... You know, fairies come in different sizes depending on the DM and on the subclass that you're looking for. Not the subclass. Depending on, I guess, the way that you want to look at it. You can either be like doll size tiny or just midget tiny. And so for this one, I decided to be doll size tiny. And for me to be able to actually do any damage with a fairy size rifle, it had to be basically that it's more of a sniper rifle. Like, well, this is not a sniper rifle, but you know, you get the idea. It's supposed to be like a very heavy duty rifle, just so that it can hit like a normal pistol. We have to balance the damage somehow. But yeah, sorry. I got really distracted from the purpose of the video. Yes, I'm making a video. That is correct. I got really distracted. I am so sorry. Oh, I forgot to be recording this too. It was fun though. Thank you. I mean, I have more D&D characters, and I have also other types of characters from like other roleplay groups and shits that I have done in my life. Like that is primarily what I've dedicated my life to when I was a teenager. It's just making characters for the sake of making characters. Did they need it to be fun? Did they need to have like a deep backstory or anything? No, not really. But I just really enjoyed making characters. You should make a small character with a normally large weapon. That's what I did. That's what Theodore is. Hold on, where is he? That's what these two are. That's what these two are. They have a normally large weapon. Well, quote unquote, a normally large weapon. Which, hello, by the way, hello, Tobri, how you doing? I haven't seen you here in a while. But this is technically his kid. Both of these two those are their character octopies. Just really small people with huge weapons. The joke is like, you've done it like 3 times now. Hey! Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I just like what I like, you know? I like what I like. I like what I like. You cannot fault me. You cannot fault me. But yeah. I want to make like long ears, but I want the point of it to be like super duper long. Like we're talking like long. But hey, Tobri, I wanted to ask you, because I did invited you to the to D&D the other day. Have you played D&D? Do you like D&D? And to anybody listening, if you haven't played D&D, why is the reason you haven't yet? What is the reason you haven't played D&D yet, if you don't mind me asking? Is it just you don't like the idea of it? Do you not like the roleplay part of it? But I really do like this new gun fairy. He's not new, and that is not the point of him. This one's gonna be different. This is not gonna be a gun fairy. This is a rogue fairy. I haven't yet, but soon. TM. My friend is trying to make a one shot, but I don't know what's going on with that. Do you wanna join the one on the that Huskin is making? Sorry, I was about to burp and that was so gross of me. But yeah, can you guys see that this is the shit that I used to literally live on for months on end when it comes to what I did? It's just, I enjoy character design a lot. Character design is, I wanted to be a when I was young, and you know, thank God because I kind of dodged a bullet. But when I was younger, I desperately wanted to be a character designer for League of Legends. Like, bitch, I created my I even created my own champions. I created my own champions, which I have shown to my friends before, in Tovri in particular, if you remember, and they made fun of me. Oh god, I really need to look. I need to look back for those for those sketches, but I used to be. I really wanted to be a character designer for League of Legends at the time. And back before we knew who Jinx's sister was, I actually created an OC for Jinx's sister. I don't even remember what I called her. What did I call her? I think I just wanted something with an X, so I think I ended up calling her Nox. Which is so fucking not even anything to do with anything. Just because Jinx had an X in her name. But yeah. She was essentially just Katarina. But it was like Frazzle. No. I don't think it was Frazzle. But she was essentially just Katarina. But Katarina if she was absolutely broken. Katarina if any semblance of balance was just thrown out the window. So yeah, I wanted to be a character designer for League of Legends, so this is mostly what I spend most of my teenage year doing, just creating characters, you know, trying to build out my portfolio. Eventually, obviously, that didn't end up panning out. Primarily because I just didn't know when I was growing up, I guess, how to become a character designer. Like, character designer doesn't have a particular career, you know? It does not have a particular... You see, that's what weird about studying and trying to find what you enjoy, you know? It's just... There is not such a thing as at least as far as I know, or when I was looking for it, there's no such a thing as a career in character design. It is, at least when I tried to look for it, it was graphic design, and then you could specialize in character design, which is weird because those two have nothing to do with each other. Well, they kind of do, but you know what I mean. It's just not. It's not really where you would think you will find that type of thing, you know. So, to me, I just couldn't find anything that was about that. And eventually, over time, you realize that those types of jobs, like character designer, artist, illustrator, stuff like that, you don't really need to study for. Like, sure, studying does give you a hang up on things, but a lot of designers and artists end up getting jobs that have nothing to do with the fact that they studied or not for it. So I just went with graphic design, and I ended up dropping out, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a Vtuber. The whole reason why I became a Vtuber to begin with is because after dropping out of college, I just had nothing to do, and I was feeling too anxious. And because of that, I became a Vtuber, and now I'm here, being a pain in the ass to everybody. So, you know what? In retrospective, you can blame League of Legends for the person that I am today. League of Legends really, really did fuck me up. League of Legends really did a number on my system, but you know what? I still thank it. Because I got good at drawing because of League of Legends. Question, what do you actually do in graphic design courses? I mean, to be fair, I don't know if this is just a Mexican education system, but you end up doing a lot of random things. For example, my first year of college, I learned obviously the basics of the visual communication, which is, you know, form. You end up letting, oh, what is the principles again? Shit. It's called Gestalt, right? Hold on. Yeah, you end up learning about Gestalt, which is the way that your brain is configured. Which I remember that every letter on the word Gestalt has something to do with something. Hold on, let me. Oh, there you are. Let me. This is it. Hold on. This is the one that I remember the most, really. I don't remember a lot of my graphic design classes, but you end up learning a lot about Gestalt, which is this. You know, let me just. This is in Spanish, but you get the rules of how the brain works. Because the thing about graphic design and any type of design is communication. You are trying to communicate something. Either be the intention of the character, you're trying to manipulate the mind so that they can, what's the name? So you can get a point across. It's communication. It's visual communication. So you kind of learn how the mind works. For example, the first one, which I don't know what this is because this is such a small fucking thing. But the first one is, if I remember right, is values. Right? The brain groups things. Essentially, this is how. Let me just put it in another way. This is how the brain learns to group things. You know? You can tell that this is a J because your brain is able to complete it. I don't remember how to describe this one because this one is tribe. It's supposed to be about negatives and positives, but I don't quite remember what this one is about. This one, though, is proximity. Your brain groups things via proximity. Therefore, the things that are closest to each other, you group up into one thing. You know, all of them are just boxes, but they're forming an E. So you're identifying that as an E. This is continuity, which is essentially your brain's ability to link things together without them actually being linked. For example, let me put something that's easier for you. Actually, let me just do a little edit of it over this because this is not really helping. So like if you do this, if you part a letter in the middle, you know, you can still tell that this is supposed to be an S because your brain is filling up the blanks, you know? Your brain is filling up the blanks and therefore you're able to tell that this is an S. This is similitude. This is supposed to be grouping versus grouping with similarities. This is supposed to be similarity. The reason why you can tell that this is a T is because you're dividing this into 3 groups, or well, 2 groups if you really think about it. One of them is the gray balls. And the other one is the black balls, which spell out a T. That is the way that your brain thinks. This isn't at all about her learning how to be an artist. Well, you have to know these as an artist as well, actually. This is actually something that you have to know this as an artist as well. It's just not a main thing about art. Because art in particular tends to be more about expression rather than communication. And actually on graphic design, they kinda drill, you know? ¿Sabes cómo ponerlo? Okay. Sorry. Anyway, so art is about it's about more self-expression, and on graphic design they actually drill this into your head that you're not an artist, you're a graphic designer, which is part of the reason why I dropped out, because graphic design tends to reject a lot of the excuses that you can make with art, you know, because for graphic design everything has to have a purpose. Like, particularly when it comes to design in general, everything has to have a purpose, even if it's just rule of cool. Art can sometimes not have a purpose, and you know, I don't know what artists did to graphic designers or something. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what kind of beef they have, but I remember it was particularly bad with one of my teachers. They kept shutting down all of my ideas because they said that it was too artistic. But yeah, just to make a long story short, this is what you end up learning about stuff like this. In general, how to manipulate the mind. You know, color theory, associations, or as you put it, pattern recognition. You know, you're learning how to manipulate the mind. That's essentially what you learn in graphic design. You learn how to manipulate the mind to be able to tell a message or to influence people into doing what you want. Which is why which is probably the reason why it's good that I dropped out, because I think that may have been too much power. You know, that may have been too much power in my brain for me to have the ability to actually manipulate people into thinking that I'm a good entertainer. Imagine if I had the ability to do that. Sorry, I keep getting into rants and I keep not drawing anything. I'm so sorry. I'm just having fun, you know. I'm having fun. I'm doing things that I like. Even I know these, but I know type for a living. Yeah, but here's the thing, though, right? Here's the deal. The reason why you learn about this is not necessarily because you don't know it IRL. It's more so you have to be conscious of the decisions. Like, again, this is part of it's part of life, you know? You have to be conscious of the decisions that you're making on your design so that you're able to communicate stuff better. If you're not conscious about it, then the message that you're trying to put out there may fail, you know? So it's the reason why you have to make a conscious effort into actually manipulating. You know, there's a reason why subliminal messaging works. Is because subliminal messaging it masters all of those things. Now, I do want some cheekbones. So he's gonna have some cheekbones. That has already been established. He will have some cheekbones. And I don't know where the cheekbones are supposed to be placed. So I'm gonna look at Moira for a second. So it's a win-win. Well, I appreciate that. That makes me happy. Thank you. My brain is mush. I forgot what I was doing. But yeah. Okay, so cheekbones. How does one do a cheek? What is a cheek? So it would be around here-ish. I think the cheekbone was too high on that other one. Yeah, this would be more or less it. Let me just blend that out to see, so we can actually kind of see what I'm doing. No, that's too angular, actually. I don't think cheekbones are like that. I think it's more meant to be something like this. Again, you're getting what you get today. You're getting what you get. Because I'm out of practice when it comes to drawing. So, you're gonna get what you get today. This is free content on YouTube. On youtube.com. And this is totally not an excuse for me to not know how the fuck to draw cheekbones. Actually, I should probably look at a reference. Hold on. Cheekbones. I should probably look at Moira Overwatch again. Just the way that people draw her. To see if I can derive something from it. I mean, if I'm seeing also something is that when it comes to cheekbones, this area right here is farther in. Like this is farther in. And this is like more out. Ooh, he be looking skeletal. He be looking a little skeletal. I'm not really sure if I like that vibe, but I'm gonna go for it for now. We're gonna go for it. Now, as of right now, we've been mostly been working to try and, you know, try and make him longer. And this is making him look a little bit unfriendly. But you know what? Another thing that you learn in graphic design or any type of design is that eyes are the windows to the face nipples. So, eyes tend to be really important into describing what sort of character what kind of character they are. For example, if you want to do something a little bit more sultry, you do something like this. Kind of like a curvy line, you know? If you're trying to make a character look, you know, a bit more, I guess, attractive per se. You know, sultry, angular, a little bit softer, but still, you know, kind of making like a curve. If you're trying to make a character look aggressive, or to look a little bit more, you know, what's the word I'm trying to look for? I guess standoffish. You do the thing of making their eyes a bit more angular, you know. If you want to make a character who looks friendly, you tend to make the eyes a little bit more rounder, you know. That is just how the human brain is wired to associate things. Now, you don't always have to follow these, but, you know, it is the rule of anime. The rule of anime actually tend to do that a lot. Although nowadays, faces are more homogenized. But back in like older days, unironically, they used to do that a lot with making characters that are supposed to be aggressive, have more like sharper eyes, and characters that are supposed to be a bit more of a punching bag to other characters to have more rounded eyes. So I'm gonna be applying this right now, particularly because I need this character to convey joyfulness, despite the fact that he is looking very skeletal right now, and I need his eyes to be bigger. I need this character to communicate the fact that he's joyful. Hey Aki, how you doing? Hello, sweetie. I hope you're having a lovely day. You know, I'm just trying to make this character look happy and fun, like to look like he's always having fun. We're just working on some D&D characters tonight, sweetie. How are you doing? Have you played D&D, Aki? Are you interested in playing D&D? Do you even know what D&D is? Oh. Now this is just a rough outline of kind of what I want to do. I think I want to make his eyes look a little bit more pleading. Yes, I know. To make it a little bit more original, I guess. I'm going to my cousin's house after like 9 hours. Are you also? Oh my god! I hope that you're a soul like me. Do you also get ready like infinitely early? Like we're talking about, you get ready like 10 hours before you have a commitment, and therefore you don't do anything before that commitment. I enter waiting mode. You know, personally, I enter waiting mode whenever something like that happens to me. I just really just don't do anything if I have a commitment later on. No, yeah, listen, honey, if I knew how to help you, I would. If I knew, I would. But I do not know how to help you. I don't know how to help you because if I knew how to help you, I would have probably helped myself. But I just can't. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I love my cousins a lot. Aw, that is so sweet. I wish I had a relationship with my cousins. Ooh. Sorry, I got a little bit too real too fast. I got a little bit too real. Now I'm running with an interesting problem here. I wanted big eyes just to evoke that like sincere personality, but maybe too big of an eye may be a bit of a detriment, because now what's gonna happen is that if they have too big of an eye, they're gonna look like a child. Not that I would know anything about big eyes, am I right? They have a cat, but I'm allergic. Oh no! Don't you love whenever you love an animal and you're allergic to that animal? You know, I'm actually like, at this point I'm allergic to everything. I feel like at this point I'm allergic to be alive. But, you know, when I hug my dog, my dog Baloo, he's a what's it called again? He's a pit bull. And whenever I hug him, I get really itchy. But I just love him. I can't help it. You know what? I would rather die of anaphylactic shock rather than leave my dog. I love my dog so much. Are you guys more of a cat person or a dog person? I am definitely more of a dog person. I'm scared of cats. Cats don't like me, number one. And number two, I am scared of them. I feel like I don't want to be scratched, you know? I'm not into pain. That's not just who I am. I'm not that person. I'm not that gay. So I know that there's always a possibility that a cat will scratch you. So that is just, you know. Something about this doesn't seem right. Is there a third option? A bird person, I suppose? Are you a bird person? Do you like birds? My stupid ass touched the cats too the first time I saw them, and now I'm allergic. You know what? It's fine. If you gotta die, then so be it. At least you died doing what you love, which is petting cats. Oh god, I'm running through this problem again. Maybe I just need to make the eye smaller. Not that small, bitch. Not that small. Calm down. Hello? I'm running through this issue because I really want him to look happy. But right now he's just looking concerned. Maybe I just need to draw a mouth. Let me just draw a mouth. Let me just draw a happy mouth. And maybe... Ooh, I know. We're gonna hit him with one of these. We're gonna hit him with one of these. we're gonna hit him with the good old reliable. The good old reliable. We're gonna hit him with the uwu. We're gonna hit him with the uwu. The uwu face. I need to make this. That looks so stupid. I love it. Oh, I live. Oh, that is so stupid. I'm living for this. You know what? Fucking. Fuck it. Ah! That is so dumb! Oh, fuck me, bitch. I live for that. You know what? This is the moment that you all been waiting for. I know that you guys were all waiting for the uwu face. Y'all were waiting for it. Now, I'm gonna do more of a generic nose just because I don't know what type of nose I want him to have. But for now, I'm just gonna do a bit more of a generic nose. It looks more closer to an animal than a fairy than I was thinking, but you know what? I'm not bad at that. That's okay. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this, for now at least. It looks like a lion. I feel like maybe I'm going a little bit too far out of my comfort zone, and now I feel like the character looks a little ugly. But you know what? Commitment. We gotta commit. We gotta commit to things. Okay, there is one thing about having a long face that maybe this is a little bit too much. Maybe this is a little bit, maybe the eyes are a little bit too high, even if he has a long face. Yeah, boy needs a sandwich. He's not. You see, that's the problem with the cheekbones, is that I don't want him to look malnourished, because that's not the point. He just has cheekbones. He's just long. He's just long. He just has a long face. I'm gonna copy and paste that eye because you are shit out of luck about it. Make life easier, not harder. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Ooh, I know. Oh, can I actually pull that off though? I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to pull this off. Wait 1 second. Good old reliable symmetry ruler, please come home. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do this, so don't try this at home, folks. Don't try this at home. But I will say there's many things to say about BC Pop, but I do like the way that she draws eyes sometimes. So I feel like I'm kind of gonna pull from that a little, and maybe do like a little bit of a moment with his eyelashes. Just make his eye. Oh wait, but I don't want him to be related to flowers. But I mean, what can we do with his eyelashes? Because like the normal way that I draw eyelashes is like this, you know, just normal. That looks so stupid. But maybe we can do something like this. Like how BC Pop does eyelashes, which is just sometimes they just have a random shape. I don't know, that's looking maybe a little bit too... That's looking a little bit too feminine, actually. I'm not really sure if I like that. It's looking a little bit too feminine. I don't want him to look too incredibly feminine. Like, sure, he's supposed to look gender, but maybe not like that. Yeah, no, I don't like that. I think I'm just gonna go with, like, the normal, just implied. There! Oh, he's coming up really cute! Oh, he's adorable! Wait, hold on. No, I gotta do this face right, though. I gotta do this face right. I gotta do the ooh right. There. I don't know. Again, I feel like I'm fighting my instincts. I'm putting things where... Question, does he still look like he has a long face? Because, you know, again, my instinct is to just go for, like, you know, the usual that I do, which is faces that are supposed to be, like, you know, if I were to do what I wanted to do, which is, it'll be move this down, and then move this up, you know. I like faces that look like they're a little bit more put together. But then he looks like he has a huge, like a huge head. He looks like he has a 5 head. Oh my god, that is some real estate, honey. That is some real estate. He has a lot of thoughts. He has a lot of things to think about with that head. Like fucking Megamind looking ass. Yeah, no, that is just reverting back to my normal. Although he probably still has a little bit too big of a head. I'm probably gonna have to cut some of that real estate real quick. Like, sure, he has a long face, but that doesn't mean that he has a big brain. I'm probably more normal to do something like this. Oh no, now he looks like he doesn't have enough skull. Ugh, I'm having trouble. Maybe just like this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does this look normal to you, or does he look like Megamind? Does this look like Megamind? Help! Again, maybe I'm just looking. I've been looking at it for too long. Oh, I need to put this mouth up. This mouth up is bothering me. Skull ship pending. It's still yet to be approved. It is yet to be approved. You know what the funny thing is though? I'm spending so much time on this eyes and wanting him to look friendly. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to give him the quote-unquote anime pervert hairstyle, which is just having your eyes covered. But I don't know if that is actually gonna help further the idea of who he's supposed to be. That is honestly just me doing it for the rule of cool. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna help of anything. If anything, if I want him to look friendly, what the fuck am I doing with this hairline? I think there's just something wrong about the way that I did this. 1 second. There you go. I just need to define the hairline a little. Which in technicality should be around here-ish. Like, no, it should be a little higher. Yeah, like that. Is it? Is it supposed to be like this? I don't know. Listen, again, my drawing skills, once again, they're betraying me. I'm once again being betrayed by my drawing skills. One second. Are you guys working on anything? Like I know that some of you were working on like D&D characters as well. So show me. I wanna see. I wanna see what you guys are working on. This nose is a hate crime. This nose is a crime, but I don't know how to draw it better. Is the problem? That's the main issue that I'm having here with this nose. Is I just don't know how to drawing. I don't know how to draw this nose. Like I clearly want him to have a bigger nose, but I don't really. I need to research how you're supposed to do that. I mean, to be fair, these types of realistic noses, they come out better when you do, like, you know, realistic drawings. You're having brunch? Oh, I want brunch. I want to eat something. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. And, you know, this translates better to the shape of a nose, I think, than what I had before. Oh god, this looks like Ariete. I mean, not that I would be mad at that. Ariete has a cunty mug. We're gonna keep it at that for now. We're gonna keep it at that. I'm coming back to those later. I need some eyelets though, just to make him feel a little bit more real. I need some eyelets. There we go. Eyelets. Hell yeah. What are you having for brunch, darling? I want to know. I'm hungry. Give me food. You know, you always put such delicious food on the Discord, and I am so jealous. I'm jealous of your customers who get to eat it, and I'm jealous of you who gets to make it. Because at least when you make it, you get to taste it. You get to actually try it. I want food. I'm hungry. I may do like a little bit of a commercial break to grab something to eat because I'm genuinely hungry right now. Okay, I cannot with this pencil thin neck. I was going with like, oh, he's so slim. He has a small neck. But no, I can't with this pencil thin neck. Like, I need his head to be supported, god damn it. And somehow I ended up making his face short again. Hello? How did this happen? Wait, what? How did I go wrong? How did I end up making his face short again? What? Huh? Okay, wait, hold on. Am I crazy? Am I going crazy, or is his face short again? How did that happen? Maybe I just needed to exaggerate it even more. Maybe I just need to do this. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. I just need exaggeration. I just need more. I need more. 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 Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, now we finally have something. We finally have something. This is a really different character. I wouldn't This is not something I expected that I would come up with. It is not what I had in mind, but I'm not mad at it. You know, sometimes you have something in your brain and it really doesn't come out the way that you think it's gonna come out. But yeah. Okay, yay! We have a face. Now we get to do the fun part, which is designing a hairstyle. Organic character design is good. I know, right? I mean, it's not really called organic. It's called intuitive character design. What intuitive character design is like, for example, I actually did this a lot with my Vtuber model. Let me just grab this real quick. I'm gonna do an example with my Vtuber model. I'm gonna go into my knees. So something that I used to have in my Vtuber model is that my Vtuber model used to have like a frilly trim on the boots, but I would always forget to draw it. Every single time that I needed to draw it, I actually felt like too lazy to. And that's what it's called intuitive character design, which if you, as the character designer of this thing, feel lazy about drawing it, you might as well delete it. Because if you, again, as the character designer, feel lazy about drawing it, so will the audience that is supposed to draw it. So will the fan artist. Like the whole way that I design my character design is just put a lot of shit on it and then delete stuff as I go along. And yes, I do have knees. Thank you. Thank you for pointing out the fact that I have feet. What, do you like my knees? You guys enjoy my knees? They're very mobile, you know? I'm fully articulated. Not really, because these dolphins don't really allow me to move much, but, you know, fully articulated, baby. Oh, yeah. I'm back. Hello. I'm gonna take my thing off. Oh, God. Okay. I'm gonna be right back, folks. I'm gonna grab some cereal, and yeah, I'm just going to be right back real quick. We'll design some hair. We'll put some hair on this boy in a little bit. But I'm just really hungry. I want to grab something to eat. So we'll be right back after this little commercial break. something. There we are. I got like the gayest cereal, which is not even Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops is gay, but it's not that gay. I got some corn pops. Oh. Oh god, that is gross. Hold on. I got corn pops. I don't know. It's just, it feels nice, heavy. Like it doesn't feel heavy. Sorry. It tastes a lot like Is it called inflated rice? What's it called again? Arroz inflado. Well, they're corn pops. They have honey on them. They're really good. They're really good. I am so happy right now. But yeah, anyway. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about what is your guys' favorite type of cereal? What is your favorite cereal? Like mine is corn pops by far, followed really closely by Fruit Loops. Particularly because I really like Fruit Loops because of the colors. Listen, I'm a simple person, okay? I see color, I enjoy. But what is your favorite cereal? Do you have any of? I feel like the big three. If we had to put cereals on, like, you know, factions, I suppose. I feel like the bigger kingdoms would be Fruit Loops, Corn Flakes, and probably crispy, like, you know, the crispy chocolate rice. I forget what it's called. Is it called crispy? Is it called crispy? Sorry, I'm thinking about the names in Spanish because, you know, I grew up in Mexico, so the names will be Zucaritas, Choco Crispies, and Fruit Loops. Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs? That's a cereal? Like, wait, hold on. Is it literally just a whole-less Reese's Puff in a bowl of cereal? Like getting wet? I need to Google this shit, actually. Hold on. Reese's Puffs. Wait. Reese's Puff is actually a cereal? Huh. Interesting. Does it taste good? Does it actually taste like a Reese's Puffs? You will be Zucaritas. Ah, I know. Everybody likes Zucaritas. I feel like Zucaritas is the biggest one, which is just cornflakes, but better. Mm. Do you guys have any, like, obscure picks for a cereal? Like, I don't know. I'm really interested on this data. I'm really interested on it. I really want to know. It's pretty fire. Interesting. Should we? I mean, I don't have the kind of money, but, you know, whenever I'm in a better economic situation, should we do just like a taste test of cereals? Like, you know, whenever I have money to literally burn, should we do a taste test of cereals? Just, you know, become a cereal connoisseur. I feel like that would be so much wasted milk, though. The frugal part of me could not be able to do that, but I kind of want to. Anyway, so we gotta get into hairstyles. We gotta get into hair. We gotta do hair. So we're gonna do hair. I need you to go away. So we're probably not gonna get into the body type or like you know what? I'm thinking about making this maybe a series. You know, just to like do multiple of them. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish the whole character today, to be honest. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna make this a series, and we just go through the whole process of designing the D&D character. Right now we're working on faces. Well, not really faces, because I generally just decided on the face and that's it. I'm not really budging on this face at this point. I really like this face. I'm actually really loving it, but well, maybe I could make variations. Yeah, actually, I could make variations off of it. Like maybe I could make a face that is like closer to this. Like a bit more closed eye. Like a little bit more sly, like a little bit more mischievous, I guess. Like he's still joyful, but he finds joy in not in misery, in just being a prankster, I suppose. That could be an idea. He looks cross-eyed though. He looks so cross-eyed. I don't like it. But you know what? Ideas. Just putting things out there, I suppose. Putting things out there. He looks more like a cat now with those eyes, now that I think about it. Although it's kind of undermining the point, though. It's kind of undermining the point that he's meant to look like a really joyful person, so no. You know what? We're just gonna stick with this face for now. I don't think I'm gonna make any variations of faces. My brain is already fried. So let's do some hairstyles. It's pretty fire cereal tier list. All of them must be eaten dry though. Who wants to eat dry cereal? Actually, no, I do. You know what would be the best, actually? It's gonna be eating a cereal. Like cereal tier list, but with a twist. How good do they taste as a chocolate bar? You know, like at least when I was younger, my mom used to make me this treat, which is just putting like leftover cereal, which essentially is just like crumbs, on a like with chocolate and making it into like a chocolate bar, just like a little lunchable, a little snack. So we can probably do that, like with cereal paired with chocolate. I'm so excited for the crotch stream in like a month. The crotch stream? The crotch stream? Crotch stream? Huh? What the fuck are you talking about, Mary? Do you want to see my crotch? Is that it? Because if you want to see that, I can just... Listen, I am nothing if somebody who loves to please the masses. Do you know what? That gives me an excuse to get to take my shirt off. Hold on, 1 second. You know, this is gonna cover the whole fucking screen, but you know, I guess this is what you want. That is, I keep pressing the wrong button. Whoops. It's just I want to be able to take my shirt off without, you know, exposing myself, I suppose. There you go. Is this what you want? Is this what you want the whole stream to be? Not even see the art on the back? Is this what you mean for cut stream? Oh! I see what you mean now. Whoops. Ah! No! No. Wait, where is Vtuber Studio? Where is Vtuber Studio? You guys didn't see shit. Okay? You guys didn't see shit. You know what? I'm gonna stay here for the rest of the stream. Ah! I keep accidentally flashing my nipples. Let me just put my shirt back on. That is not for this kind of website. What do you mean, ew? I will have you know that my crotch is delectable. Thank you very much. And second, I don't think that's gonna be a point. I don't think I'm gonna do just a stream working on just the crotch. Like, how many variations of crotch do you want to begin with? Okay, so we're gonna do a middle part. We're gonna do bangs, and then we're gonna do a side part, because I don't know. I feel like a side part would be fun. Okay, let's start with middle bangs. Let's start with a middle part. Now, do we want long hair or do we want shorter hair? I'm kind of leaning shorter personally, but I don't know. Do you guys have any do you guys want us to try longer hair? Because we can try that. I might probably need my symmetry ruler for this. Guess I don't feel like actually doing symmetry. Okay, have a good time at brunch. I don't feel like actually doing asymmetry right now. At least not with a middle part. Ooh. I actually never had a character with a middle part before. I just don't tend to like middle parts. They tend to feel so... They feel... I don't know. I feel like middle parts are a little aggressive, to be honest with you. Like, I don't tend to enjoy them very much. You know? I don't tend to enjoy middle parts. They feel... They just don't... I don't feel like they look good on most people, including my characters. Now, does that mean that a middle part is barred? No, not really. But at least for me, it just doesn't feel really that exciting. You know? I'm liking the idea of him having like maybe cold curlier hair. Because, you know, I feel like I'm gonna try and focus on... Oh, wait, no. One of the things that I wanted to do actually was making him look like a bit more squarish. Like, not squarish, more like shapely. Oh, what is the name? I like the idea of angulars. I like angles, so maybe we can do something angular with this instead of curly. I like the idea of angles. So maybe we can do something like this? Ew, that looks gross. No, wait, hold on. Let me try that again. That is gonna look so bad. Okay, you know what? Commit to the fantasy. Commit to the fantasy. Come on. Just commit to it. Well, we'll figure it out as we go along. We'll figure it out, folks. We'll figure... That this fuckers Bob is on. No, Mary. Okay, you know what? Just keep trying. Just keep trying. I probably need to draw this on a different layer. Is it on a different layer? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna grab a different color. Because I can... Ew, no, Mariah, no. Oh god, that looks gross. Okay, you know what? We're gonna try again, but better. Bigger, better, and stronger. I just don't like middle parts. They look so weird. We're gonna try that again, but with a bit less of an aggressive middle part. A bit less aggressive. I like the idea of having short hair. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. You like the idea too. You know, probably the reason why it feels weird is because it's totally symmetrical right now. But once we introduce some asymmetry, it's probably gonna feel better. I don't know how to go about this, to be honest. I don't think I've ever done a hairstyle like this, which means that I don't know how to draw it. It looks like Trunks. Okay, we're gonna stick with this for now. We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna feel things out. And I don't think that I'm feeling this right now, but you know what? Again, commitment. Nope. Nope. Fuck, I forgot how to draw hair. God damn it. Like I want angles. Okay, maybe it's the symmetry ruler. Maybe it's the symmetry ruler that's fucking me a little. Okay. Let me just do this. Oh wait, maybe we can do something like I really do want angles. Well, maybe we can do something like one side is longer, one side is shorter. Like we can do this one long, the other one short, maybe. Okay, but not, that's literally the same size. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, you know what? We're just gonna make it longer later. We're gonna make it longer like this. I'm just making decisions without having any rhyme or reason to. Okay, now I do have a rhyme or reason to it. Like, what I want, particularly with the hairstyle, is this idea of because what I want for clothing is obscurity. I want to obscure his real body. I want to, again, the whole idea of this is that we're obscuring the fact that he's a very joyful person. So we're kind of trying to keep that on theme. And the way to do that, at least with clothing, is to give him, you know, baggy, angular clothes. Or like, not baggy, what is the name actually? Because it wouldn't be baggy, it would be more like, you know, formless, structural, less to the body. Because baggy is not really, because baggy I feel that it looks like a bag. I'm going for something more, something less, less about that and more just literally having a square. Just a square. So having this would probably be helpful. Because, again, because I'm going for like squarish and angular shapes for the clothes. Being angular with the hair might also help too. To convey that idea that we're obscuring it. Honestly, this is actually kind of cute. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling this Bob. I'm feeling her. Are we feeling her? Are we? Am I in my Bob era? Am I feeling her? I mean, this is not really a Bob yet, at least. Hold on. Let's see. I think I want it longer. I don't like it this short. At least on this side, just to really fuck with it. And this also kind of helps obscure the shape of his face too. To make it less aggressive and more natural, I suppose. It complements his face. Let's put it that way. It complements his face. It makes him look less... What is the word I'm looking for? Dead, I guess? Oh, I actually live! Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I kind of live. I didn't thought I was gonna like it that much. Okay, let me just do something real quick. Because that doesn't actually look quite right. Like, maybe some of it should be, like, behind the hair. And then continue with the middle part right here. I forgot how to draw short hair. I'm usually not used to drawing short hairs. I usually tend to really like long hairs. I'm more of a long hair type of gal. What do you guys prefer, short or long hair? I mean, for the fact that my Vtuber has really freaking long hair, I think you guys know that I love long hair. But what is your thing? Like, what is the thing that, like, when you're creating a character, being like, you know, in a video game or something, what is the type of hair that you gravitate to? What's the T, Christine? Okay, I think I'm just gonna... I think it's just gonna be implicit that it's short on the back. I don't want to work myself too much on this, because then I may accidentally make it too long, which is not something I want to do. Like, I want this to be clear that this is short hair. You love ponytails in general? Oh, interesting. But are we talking just like a single pony, twin tails? Like, what style of pony are we talking? Okay, I need to divide this up more a little, because right now it feels a little cartoonish, which, not that I mind really, but you know. Mullets! Wow, that's interesting. A mullet? Huh. I don't know why, but I feel like a mullet with the face shape that you have, Huskin, I feel like a mullet would suit you pretty nicely. Not gonna lie. Maybe you should try it IRL. I think a mullet will do you some good. I need to introduce some detail into this hair because it feels a little bit too plasticky right now. It feels like it's a Lego. Like you can just pop it off just like and pop it off. Single pony, high pony, low pony. They look neat. I mean, we can probably add a pony, maybe, at some point. I'm also partial to ponytails, but you know what type of ponytail I love the most? I love high ponies. They just look so cunty. They look really cunty. Now, I'm having an issue in which he looks like he has... There's an issue in character design that sometimes it's just hair doesn't look that interesting, and therefore he ends up looking kind of like a bullet head. His face ends up looking like a bullet, and I kind of want to go away from that. But the thing is, though, I don't know how to do that without breaking the idea of symmetry. Wait, maybe make the middle part more exaggerated? Like this? Like if we square it off a little. That looks ridiculous. I hate it. I mean, it's an idea. It's an idea indeed. Is it a good idea? I'm not sure, but it is an idea. This can help it look a bit more. I need to... Hold on. I need to make this part right here, which is closer to the skull, to actually be close to the skull. There we go. Hold on. Let me just do some work on this. Let me just work on it. I feel like you guys see the vision, right? Do you guys see the vision? Are we all seeing it together, or am I kind of blind? I feel like the vision is there. I feel like the vibes are there. I just need to actually make it look good. Okay. Let's try this. Let me just remove the actual skull underneath. And let's see what we're working with. You know, this is kind of how I feared. Whoops. This is kind of how I feared. Yeah, he has a little bit too big of a skull. I'm gonna have to put it down. I'm gonna have to pull it down. Well, actually, no. It's the hair. It's the hair. The hair is making his skull look 10 times larger. Jesus. Okay. Let me just bring this hair down. Like, I want a character... but then we lose kind of like the iconicity of it. Is there any way that I can like lower this without... Maybe make it a bit of a compromise and not look at... Yeah, that works. That works. It works. It's not the best, but it works. Oh. It is definitely a character of all time. We're gonna put it that way. It is a character of all time. Is it my favorite character that is it my favorite hairstyle? But you know, it is something. It is something indeed. We put something on the canvas. So that's good enough for me, I guess. Listen, just a little bit more asymmetry. It looks a little bit too clean. Okay, we tried it. We tried it. That's the important part. We tried it. Does it look good? I'm not really sure if it does. But we tried it. That's the most important part about character design. Trying things, and if you don't like it, then you try again. Now, let's move on to the next one. Brunch has been defeating? Hell yeah! Beat the fuck out of that brunch. What do you have for brunch? I know that I already asked you that question, but I don't remember if you answered it. So I'm asking again for the fact that I just don't remember. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do is just completely cover his eyes off. Do what people consider the quote-unquote hentai, which I don't know why this is considered the hentai hairstyle, but I guess it is. Which is just fully block off the eyebrow, fully block off the view. Swordfish steak marinated lime. Swordfish? Oh, that's some bougie shit, Mary. That is bougie as fuck. The fuck? Are you rich? Are you a rich auntie and you never told us? Because that feels rich. That feels like rich people shit. That feels like something I would never have access to in my life ever. Not that I ever want to try it anyway. I hate fish, but... They're in season right now? Really? Interesting. Huh. I mean, I would try it if it wasn't for the fact that I hate fish. I just hate fish. I'm not a fan of fish. Fish are not for me. I need to figure out the back of this hair first before I even try doing a front. But like, it's probably gonna be something like this then. Oh, you know what this is given? Oh, I don't know if I want to do this then, but it's kind of giving polyurethane a little. You know, the new character from Pantheon Stalking? It's kind of giving polyurethane, but I kind of live. You know what? If there's a character to reference, polyurethane is not the worst of it. You guys know Pantheon Stalking? Do you guys like Pantheon Stalking? I feel like it's a little bit of a controversial series for a lot of people. I really enjoyed it. I think it was really fun. I'm gonna do the anime hairbands. You know what? He needs some space to let those thoughts out. He needs some space for some thoughts. Ime bangs. Ooh. Ooh. This looks stupid, but I love it. I love it so much. The fuck? These are technically middle part. This is still a middle part though. I don't like that. Hold on. Let me just do something real quick. You know, I know it, but I never watched it. Do you recommend it? I recommend it if you are an adult. Let me put it that way. Because here's the deal, right? The reason why a lot of people are uncomfortable with it is because it has a lot of adult themings that don't really make sense unless you have experienced an adult life, you know? It's the reason why I didn't quite understand what was so good about it when I was younger. It's just I didn't understand what the jokes actually were and everything, you know? Like, it's not that I'm uncomfortable by hypersexualness, but sometimes some of the jokes made in that show made me uncomfortable. But now I'm cool with it. Now I see it for what it is, which is, you know, topics made for adults. I'm no longer a teenager, so, you know. I feel like if you are into that kind of stuff, if you're able to stomach to stomach sexual jokes for the sake of having a good time, then go for it. Because that's the thing that's gonna happen a lot. You're gonna get sexual jokes out of the wazoo. Because that's just Pantheon Stalking. That's just the way that they are. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with this hair. I'm trying to give her a personality, and I'm not sure if I'm doing that or not. I'm being defeated by hair. Because that's the thing. I want to do the anime hair about things. Maybe I'm just not doing this right. Maybe that's the reason why I'm having a hard time. It's just I'm not doing this right. Maybe I'm just a little tired. Maybe I'm just tired, and that's the reason why this doesn't look as good in my head as it looked in my brain. Like on my brain, I can see it. I can see the vision, but why can I never just do... Why can my brain just never just, you know, materialize things as I want them to be, huh? Why must I always fight to get what I want? Why must it always be a fight all the time, huh, brain? Why must we never get along? Maybe I just been at this too long. Cause now I'm kind of drying up a little. I kind of feel like a fish out of water. Let me try again the bangs, but maybe just try a bit more of a shape. I think I'm maybe just being a little bit too, you know, restrictive with it. You have no idea how many times I've asked the same. I wish I could put what's on my mind there. I know, it's so annoying too, because sometimes you have a really good idea and you don't know, and you just don't know how to execute it. You're just like, bitch, just get the fuck out of my brain. Just get out into the world. Do something, do crime. Okay, this is looking a lot better, actually. Oh, bitch. See, this is what happens when you fucking say fuck logic and just go for it. This is what happens. When you say fuck everything and just go nice. Oh, oh wait, I actually live. Wait, fuck. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, she looking nice. Oh, she looking pretty. Oh, this hair looking pretty. This wig looking good. This wig looking nice. Oh. 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 Finally, somebody showed up to work today. Finally, somebody showed up to work today. Oh my lord. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yes. Okay, and now I can do the thing with this. You know, the main reason why, like, I'm trying to, I'll be honest, I did this primarily just for me because I wanted to try it, but, you know, now that I think about it, because we're going with the whole thing of obscuring as much as his original personality as he can, obscuring his eyes is actually a really good way for us to obscure his true personality, which is, you know, he's happy-go-lucky, but you can't see his eyes, so you don't really know what he actually looks like. Therefore, when he actually parts his hair and you see that his eyes are really, his eyes are really like young, bright-eyed, you then notice, oh no, this is actually a nice person. You know, like it's all about first appearances. It's all about faking it. You know. Now, is that just an excuse, kind of, to just make what I want to do, which is, you know, cover his eyes? Yeah, but it's a pretty good excuse, in my opinion. In my opinion, that is probably not the worst argument. It is not the worst argument, you know. I feel like my special power, the thing that I can do the best, is just bullshit a reason of existence. I can bullshit my way through things. But that is just me. That's just my answer. That's just who I am. Okay, Pog. I'm probably gonna have to just keep a copy of his face without, just so that I can have a reference on it. Okay, now we delete this. Do we do like... Do we do something stupid and just leave his eyebrows in? Wait, why do I live for that? That is so cute. That is totally an aesthetic choice, but I kinda love that. Oh shit. Oh. Wait, again, if we go, now that I realize, like, if we go through deception, you know how butterflies, no, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. Like, you know how butterflies and moths have this thing that they kind of, what is the name? They kind of fake having a face on the back of their eyes to look more threatening. These eyebrows could be that, to be honest. Like he just has a fake set of eyebrows just to be like, just like put on his face right there. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, you know what? Again, fully just indulging. I'm not really paying attention that much to the basics, the basic principles of character design. I'm trying to have, you know, a resemblance of what character design is meant to be, but to be honest, I'm mostly just doing this because of indulgence, because it looks cool. Oh, I think I have a winner already. I don't think I need to design another one. Fuck. Oh. Oh. Ah. You know what? I don't think I need to design a third one. I think I'm already married to this. But you know what we can do though? You know what we can do? What we can do is design the version of him not having his eyes, his bangs blocking his eyes. That's probably a good use of my time. You know, just part the seas, but it's just hair. I'm having a great time. This is so much fun. Thank you guys for being here. I know this is not like the most exciting stream ever. And I know that this is primarily just me being silly. But I hope that you guys are enjoying it. I hope that this is fun. I hope that this is as fun for you as it is for me. Because I'm having a blast right now. I'm having a blast just creating this character with you guys here, helping me. Oh god, his bangs are too big. His bangs are too big, so it's actually gonna be a challenge to try to keep it to keep him out of his face. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. I like this type of streams because I can do things in the background while I work on my own stuff. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I feel like that is primarily the type of streamer that I am, to be honest. It's just someone that you keep in the back and then occasionally wonder what the fuck I'm up to when I start yelling. You know? That's probably what most people would keep me for, to be honest. Just background noise until I'm suddenly no longer background noise. because I become a very forward noise when I start screaming. You're pretty good in the second matter. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. You know what? I'm gonna take that as a compliment because at least it means that you're not clicking away. You know? If I can take a W on something, is that you're not clicking away. That means that at least I'm entertaining you in some way, shape, or form, and that is the biggest W I can take. You know? We're gonna keep it that way. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. Please don't kick away. I'm very self-conscious. Okay, there we go. Hell yeah, brother. And now I delete this. So this is more or less what I think he would look like if we remove his bangs a little. Maybe. Hold on. Maybe more something like this. Hold on, hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone. Everybody hold the phone. Hold the phone and stay on the line, bitch, because I am cooking right now. I am cooking. Oh! Oh! Okay, that looks great, though. Did I cook? Did I cook, you guys? Did I cook? Am I cooking, or am I, or have I burnt the food? Or has the food been burned? Is it non-digestible? Oh. Why does he look like Scaramouche? Fuck! Oh my god, fuck me, dude. He looks like Scaramouche. I am not upset about that, but still makes me pretty mad. He looks like Scaramouche. He's a Scaramouche. He's just the Moochie. He's Scaramouche. Oh my god, bro. I can't believe that I just ended up making Scaramouche, but like, if he actually had kind of like a happy life. I was wondering why I knew that hairstyle. I know, right? It's just, I accidentally ended up making Scaramouche. I'm not really sure how happy I feel about that. You know what? It's fine. You know what? We're just gonna keep one eye visible, actually. I'm gonna just keep one eye visible because I don't know how to do the rest of it. Fine. I feel like this absolutely makes no sense hairstyles-wise, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's supposed to look kind of awkward anyways because his bangs are too long. Okay. Hold on, are we giving him any kind of antenna? Are fairies supposed to have antenna? Do fairies have antenna? Do they? You like the one on the right? Which one? The one that has the okay, I'm gonna put this up straight. Which one? The one that has the hair? Oh, all of them have hair. Hold on. Hold the phone. Everybody hold the phone. 1 second, please. Okay, let me just do this real quick. Okay, there we go. So which one are you referring to, Huskin? Which one? The one in the middle, the one to the right, or this one? I feel like I didn't draw this properly. I feel like I would probably change some stuff just to be able to draw this properly, but you know. Depends on what kind of fairy. Okay, when you say what kind of fairy, what are we talking about? Farthest right. This one? The one that looks like Moochie? I'm getting my right? Okay, that would be left, right? If anything, though, if we're going this route of keeping his eyes still, I feel like I would probably want to make his side bangs longer then. It's a little bit of a Hime cut. Honestly, I just feel like I'm not really executing well on this hairstyle, to be honest. I feel like it has nothing to do with the hairstyle being bad. It's just me having poor execution of it. Hold on. Because it wouldn't be the first time in which I execute a hairstyle badly. Okay, that looks better. It looks cute. I like it. Okay, but do tell me though, Amber. What do you mean with type of fairy? What do you mean by that? Please help. Okay, I'm just gonna look that up. Hold on. Fairies. D&D. Type of fairy. Fairy magic. It doesn't say like it has any typing. Hold on. Your wings are like those of a bird. You have shimmering multicolored skin. Hold on, I'm trying to guide myself from what I'm seeing on the internet. I mean, one thing I did wanted. Okay, let me just do like a little quick sketch right here. On the final fairy design. Okay, I see. I see what you mean now. Okay, so let me just put this off real quick. So what I wanted to do with the body type, I'm gonna do like a little, like a very small sketch. Kind of like the body type that I'm going for. If I can bring Jinx back up again, because I think I need that. So this is gonna be his long face, his longest face. And then this. And we're gonna work with the torso, which I think for the all sakes and purposes must be small. He's gonna look like a log, basically. Like Jinx, because she's a feminine character, she still has a bit of a hip. He won't have a hip. He's gonna look straight up and down, no matter what you do. He's gonna look like a hamster character. I need to move this down. So kind of like the whole concept, despite the fact that he's a tiny creature, he's gonna look more long than anything. Hold on, let me just do this real quick. You know, the only thing though is that I don't think that this concept is gonna work very well with his size. Hold on. Hold on. Let me cook. Let me just cook for a moment. Let me cook and probably burn the food a little. This is supposed to be a sketch. It's not supposed to be perfect, Renan. Just let it go. Just let it go. It's not supposed to be perfect. But I want it to be perfect. I want it to be perfect. Okay. Okay. I think I'm getting somewhere finally. I think I'm getting somewhere. More or less, you know. I'm probably gonna have to fit a lot then when it comes to proportions. But this is more or less the idea of his body type. Like just really long. He kind of looks like one of those anatomy dolls now that I think about it. Like obviously it's because I haven't like added anything like defining characteristics wise. This might actually be an issue with his size now that I think about it. Because I feel like this is gonna look really awkward. But I guess we'll talk about it when we need to talk about it. Because he's a fairy, he's supposed to be like, what? 4 feet? But yeah. So the whole concept that I had, this is just a very rough sketch. The whole concept that I had about everything is that his wings kind of fold up into a cloak, you know? Let me just Try to imagine what that would be like. Yeah. Because I really like that idea, because it is something that if I remember right, Ember said, which is just the wings kind of fold up into a cloak. Which again, I'm not really sure how that would work personally. Like when we talk about when we actually talk about it. Okay, we can probably do something first, which is I want to do him something like this. I mean, if we're being unrestricted by the physicality of it, it would probably be something like this. Yeah, a set of 4 wings. Yeah. A set of 4 wings that looks like panels. The lower 2 is a lot larger, so they can fold onto the opposite shoulder. Something like Chill from Benton. Yeah, exactly. I should probably look at him for a reference. Yeah. But I was thinking of something like this. Like maybe the two farthest one. Maybe it would be a set of 6 wings then. You know, a set of 6. You know, who said that fairies can only have two sets, you know? Yeah, something like that, exactly. Yeah. It's something supposed to be something more or less like this, you know? It's supposed to be more or less like that. Now, I don't know if to leave the once the bigger was unfolded. If to leave the big was unfolded just to be able to see a bit more of his actual body, his actual physicality. Just to leave it something like this, or copy, paste. Or if to do that, it's actually you know, these ones are also folded onto him. Kind of like a big parka. What are we thinking, actually? What are we thinking? Do we like this better, in which all sets of wings are folded? Or do we like the one that has kind of like the sets of wings that are like open at the back, you know? So that we can actually see his feet, his legs, and everything else. What do you guys think? I'm kind of leaning towards this one a little bit more, just so that I can actually have his... So that I can actually draft something of his body so like he's not completely obscured, you know? Because the idea is that he's obscured, but not that much. You like feet? Okay, I guess we can have feet. I guess we can have some. Yeah, I feel like it's better. It's better for the sake of character design. Because, you know, if we have just one big cloak, it's not gonna look that good, you know? Yay! Alright, but do we really need to... hold on. I still need to think about antenna, though. If I really want to give him some or not. Because the thing is, where the fuck would I put them? I feel like he needs something still in his head for us to call it done. Where is this? Maybe he'll just have them like at the top of his head. I think what I'm thinking is I'm gonna make him a moth. I'm gonna make him a moth. So he's gonna be a moth fairy. He's gonna be a moth. Wait, but how will that interact with the hood? Now that's a question. That's a question for Renan later. That's a question for the Renan that's gonna take care of the actual design, the next part of the design later. That is a question for them, not for me. That is something for them to figure out and for me to just draw right now. Mutts are fluffy? Yeah, I know. I know that mutts are fluffy. Then this kind of looks like bunny ears a little bit. But yeah, this is kind of, I mean, it's kind of the point. Hold on. I need to figure these out. Oh. It can talk inside the hood? Maybe. Yeah. I'm not really thinking of a specific type of moth, to be honest. I think I'm just thinking of moth. Just moth. Just a moth. He's not a feminine character though. So I'm not gonna do that with the fuss. He's not supposed to be feminine. He, if anything, is more gender neutral rather than anything. You know? He's not supposed to be. He's very masculine presenting. Let's put it that way. Okay, and now with this, we just copy. We copy, we paste, and then we erase. There we go. There we go. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Now he feels a bit more. Now he feels like he has something more interesting going on, rather than just being a bullet head. You know what? I'm actually really happy with this middle one. Like, but both the like, don't worry. I know that you guys like the one with the like the foremost right, but they can both exist because technically this is supposed to be him without his eyes being covered. Like, you know, he's just parting the waves. This is actually so fun. I'm so happy with this. I'm glad that you guys decided to stick with me. I'm just gonna move these down. Hell yeah. Yeah, just a different style he put on knife then. Yeah! Yeah. I'm actually really happy with these. I'm really happy. I'm gonna try to before I go though, because I don't need to go pretty soon here. I'm gonna try to reintroduce the cheekbones. I'm gonna try to reintroduce them, just because he is supposed to have them. Yeah, with the hairstyle, the cheekbone looks they look even less severe. Hug! With this added, the middle one looks better. I know, right? I gotta live. I live. Hell yeah, bitch. I am so happy. So happy. My brain is fried because I did too much thinking, but I'm happy. I did a little bit too much thinking today, but I am very happy with this. Actually, I'm still debating the cheekbones. I'm debating. How do we feel about the cheekbones? Now they don't look malnourished. Yeah. I feel ya. You know what? They're probably gonna look better once I actually make them out with shading rather than lines. Because when you actually introduce such a harsh line, is you know, when you introduce a harsh line, that's when it actually kind of looks malnourished. But if you introduce it with shading, you know. Silco is the definition of malnourished, though. Silco is malnourished. I'm thinking more Moira, she's not malnourished, she's just really fucking skinny. Okay, let me just... Now, before we go, for funsies, before we go, let's put some color. Let's actually choose a yellow that is not gonna kill me. Cheekbones doesn't look as bad with this design. Hell yeah, thank you. I'm really happy with it. Hell, even the shortest hairstyle, even this one right here, even this looks really good with the moth antenna. Let's just put some color. This might be a little bit too bright of a yellow. Are you gonna try different? I'm gonna try different colors on all of them, and then you tell me which you prefer. I want to lean a little bit brighter. This is a bit more of a true yellow, more of a canary yellow. Or yellow like a smiley face. Okay, so what yellow are we feeling more for his skin tone? What yellow are we feeling more? Are we feeling like this pastel canary yellow, the middle point in between the two, or the more brighter one? This one? Are we feeling a little bit more jaundiced? I mean, we can try this, but more of an orange color. That is actually nearly a difference. I like the pastel yellow for the most joyous vibes. Okay. Now the question is though, if we're doing these, which one are we doing? The one that is like a more of an orange yellow, or this one that is more of a true yellow? I'm kind of feeling true yellow, to be honest, because this one looks like an actual skin tone. So yeah, you know what? Never mind. Why am I asking you guys? Why am I asking you guys? I'm probably gonna go with this one because the middle one just looks like an actual skin tone. It looks like he's actually jaundiced. Oh yeah. Nice. And now, personally, I want to do something which is kind of crazy. Let's see how this looks. I wonder how this is gonna look. Let's see how this looks. I'm not really feeling it darker, but maybe we can go lighter. I'm not really feeling it dark, but how about we make it light? Ooh. Oh, okay. Wait, what if we make it darker though? Nope. Oh, okay. Pog. Pog. More blue though. Ooh, the actual blue though? What about periwinkle? Okay, but now here's the trouble though. Here's the trouble that we run into, which is color value. I need to make sure that these values are different enough, and they're not. Okay. I need to make this darker then. There we go. Okay, let's see now. Let's see the values again. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so this is my personal idea. This is what I was thinking. What color do you guys think for hair color? What are you guys feeling for a hair color? Any colors that you may think that may go with this yellow? Because I mean, we can try maybe. I mean, we can try a pink. A pink never hurts, but I don't think I want to do pink with this one. Silver. I mean, this is essentially silver, but we can make it less purple, I guess. Hold on. Removing the saturation a little. Yeah, we can. That works actually. That works very well. It works well. I mean, we can do a pink. Like I said, pink doesn't hurt. It actually looks really well. Like he would look like a Luna moth, I'm pretty sure. This looks more like a Luna moth, but you know, doesn't look that bad. I actually like this pink. I'm actually a fan of it. Maybe darker, actually. Maybe I will make it darker. Just to have some contrast. Ooh. Oh, bitch. Now I actually really feel the pink, though. I'm actually really feeling the pink now. Shit. I don't want to make him pink. I feel like I always default to pink. Okay, do you guys... Let me just make the liner darker so that you can see the details better. Because I feel like with that dark of a hair color, you're kind of missing the whole point of it. Dark. Okay, there we go. I want you guys to keep in mind, though. I want you guys to keep in mind that his clothes, all of his clothes are going to be gray. Like, that is no negotiation. That is no helping me with that. His color, the rest of his colors are going to be gray. So I want to know which one looks better. I'm in between these two options: the pink one or the silver one. Whoops. Let me clean this up a little while I wait for the responses. The pink one? I mean, if I'm thinking of color, okay, let's think of color. Let's think of actual like color analysis, you know? I lean over the silver one more. I mean, let's think of actual color analysis. Let's actually think. He's supposed to be happy, delighted. He's always happy no matter what the fuck happens. So yeah, pink is the color of cheer. Yeah, you're right. And it's also kind of like of passion a little, but it's more cheerful. So maybe we just need to make it brighter. We just need to make it a brighter color. like more saturated. There we go. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with pink. I like the pink. I mean, we can explore other colors too before we fully decide, if anything. Okay, before we go, let's see if we can... Wait. Oh! Oh, wait, hold on. This vibes? Okay, I think I like this one better because he looks a little bit more mystical. He also looks a little bit DeviantArt OC-ish. Not gonna lie. He's giving DeviantArt OC to me, but I kinda like this tone of pink better. Like, it feels a little bit more contrast, you know? It kinda looks like an orchid. I live, though. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Wait. Do I make this the same color? Probably not. It probably needs to be the same color of his skin tone. Actually, no. That would be more like the same color of his hair, no? An orchid, you say? I mean, it kind of does look like an orchid, doesn't it? Or am I stupid? To be fair, I could be stupid. Okay, one more decision before we go because I really need to go. Do we make his little antenna the same color of his as his hair? Or do we make it the same color as his skin tone? Or third option, we make it like white or something, I don't know. Gray then. Well, you know, actually. One second. Wait, no, I have it. Never mind. I'm good now. I'm good. So one idea that I do have, like if we go back to the coat thing, let me just grab these colors real quick. Let me just grab these colors and I can show you guys. Oh. So one idea that I had with the coat thing, because you know, things. Let me just grab the color and put it here. I am very rough sketching and everything. This is not meant to be like final product-ish. Once again, hiding his wincing and everything. Little onesie that he has. One thing that I wanted to do is one side of his wings will be gray, just like his clothes. That is a little bit too dark of a gray, but... One side of him, like, one side of his wings are going to be gray, like this. Oh my god, girly. Oh my god. Hold on. I'll make it better soon. Just 1 second, please. Just 1 second. I'm being really sloppy, but you guys will get the point in a moment. But the other side of it is kind of, I kind of plan it to be like a brighter color like this. Maybe less saturated. I don't think I want it to be desaturated because then it will be too much of a difference. Like I wanted a bit more of a grayer color. Like this maybe. That's a little bit too gray. There. Like this. You know, that's kind of the idea of it. Again, going with the whole thing of he's hiding. Not hiding his personality, but you know, there is more to him than what you can see. There is more to the rogue that you see. I don't know, does this look good or does they still like maybe a little bit too bright? Because if anything, we can make them grayer. Just so that it doesn't clash with his color palette too much. I see the vision, Fluttershy. Fluttershy had said that he's not shy. Fluttershy had said that he's not shy at all. Okay, you know what? We're gonna leave this in the working table a little bit. We're gonna leave this in the working table. Because I'm not really sure yet. I'm not really sure yet. By the way, I want to let you guys know that I've been working this the whole time without saving. You know? I've been working this the whole time without saving. So, we're really toying with danger here, folks. We're really toying with danger here. We toy with danger. Danger. But yeah, I think I'm gonna make this. I'm not really feeling the less saturation. Okay, work in progress, folks. Work in progress. This is supposed to be a work in progress. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to be living it like this then for now then. Let me just delete this other boy. Because we don't need him no more. He's no longer necessary for our classes, for our evil plans. He's no longer needed. Oh, I forgot to color the other ear. There you go. Hell yeah, bitch. Hell yeah. Okay, we didn't do that much as I wanted to do, but you know, I did get into a lot of yapping as it is customary. But we have a face. We have a face that is actually pretty unique to what I normally do. I forgot to put back his... Actually, I can probably do this now with shading now that I have some color in it. I'm gonna lean a bit less. I have some color in it. I can probably do some shading. Just so I can show what I wanted to show, which is the fact that he has cheekbones. He has bones in his body. He has bones on their cheeks. One second. It's gonna look better once I blend it out. It will look much better. I just... No, yeah. Why is this not blending? Motherfucker. Okay. Okay, hold on. We're cooking. We are cooking with fire. You know, sort of like this. This is kind of supposed to be the point. Kind of. I will probably make it better once I actually pay attention to everything. But you know, kind of supposed to be the point. Now you guys can see what I was trying to do. Yes, a bit more of an angular face. Just a little. Just a tad. Now here we'll probably have to put some lighting like this. And just blend it out. That is not really blending. That is blurring, which is different. Okay, there we go. Anyway, here's our character. I mean, again, we didn't really do that much character designing. We just decided on a face. But yeah. I'm really happy with him. How do you guys feel about him? How do you guys feel? Do you guys think that we're kind of getting the point across a little bit? You know, there's still a lot more to work on, but I feel like we kind of getting the point, you know? We're kind of getting the vibra. We're getting there. That is not the right color. One second. One second. I keep getting distracted by side quests. My apologies. I feel like I get where we're going. Yes. Hell yeah. I mean, there's only one basic thing, you know? Like we still need to work on things. Like his outfit and everything. Because character design is not just supposed to be about faces, although faces do help. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alrighty then. With that though, folks, then. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I really do appreciate you guys. It was so much fun to create a character together with you guys. We're still gonna be doing this. I'm still gonna be working on it. Probably next stream. Not next stream. What am I doing next week? I know that next week I wanted to play some more Final Fantasy. Are we going to have... Do we have a repeat of this week? I don't want to do that. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I still need to work on something for the podcast. So, I'll see. I'll let you guys know on the Discord. You know? I'll let you guys know on the Discord what I'm going to be doing next week. If you have any suggestions, please do let me know. But for the most part, there's a high chance that I may just be a repeat of this week. But I need to think about it. Because I want to do more Final Fantasy XIV, but at the same time, I'm not really sure. I'll have to think about it. So yeah, but I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Thank you so much for choosing me as your entertainment for today. And I hope that you get to rest, to have some good food. And I'll see you guys next week. Take care. I love you. Bye-bye, y'all. Take care. Love you, love you, love you.